Okay. Today is December the 1st. Happy December. And we have been through a lot throughout November. I'm not sure about yourself, but I'm certain that you have been. And I know for myself, it was an up and down cycle for me. Um, I spent more time getting rid of toxins in my body, and which I am thankful for because I know what's coming out of it. But anyway, in this video, I wanted to talk about the chakras, and I probably have discussed it in a few of my other videos. Um, but we have seven main chakras, and so we have seven main chakras that go throughout our bodies. These are just main ones, but we do have other chakras that reside throughout our body, like our hand chakras, our feet chakras, all things like that. And there are actually hundreds of more that radiate out of our body that we can't even see, which connects us to God, source, spirit, whatever it is that you resonate with. And that is how we have that connection to all things. Um, for myself, my mama used to tell me to always take care of my throat. And she never really explained to me because I don't know, she just never did. And I was never a child who always had sore throat. So I was always taken aback by what she meant. But for myself, that was my weakest area. It was my throat chakra. I lacked a voice all of my life, and I have come into my voice throughout this awareness of my waking up process. So if you have a problem with expression and communication, you need to fix your throat chakra. All of us have an imbalance between all of this because we have been taught throughout society or our upbringing that these things don't even exist. But there is an actual energy vortex that radiates within each and every one at certain points of our body. We have the crown, which sits up here. We have our third eye. We have the throat. We have the heart. We have the solar plex, the sacral chakra, and the root chakra. And the crown is transcendence. That's where most of light source comes into our being. And when all of this is really blocked, and this can go between your crown and your third eye chakra being blocked. Lots of migraines, fogginess, um, clarity, your wisdom, and things like that are supposed to come from those areas. And when it's blocked, it is the exact opposite of what you should be feeling. If you don't have wisdom, if you don't have clarity, you're foggy. It's blocked. There's confusion. There's a lot of people who have blockages here tend to have seizures as well, especially if the third eye has been blocked there. And so the heart chakra is related to relationships and love. And I'm looking at my notes, so please forgive me. And I think this is an area that everybody has to really work on. Your heart is the center of everything. If you have the inability to feel, truly feel, whether it's the emotions that you are dealing with or giving love, you need to focus here first. Isn't that what God says anyway? Your heart. Everything radiates out of your heart. Your troubles in life is where this is going to come from. Our heart radiates what should be nothing but love, and it has that energy. And this is another thing why these chakras relate to every single aspect of our life, because the chakras are an actual energy vortex that is moving and radiating. And if it's going in an opposite direction or can't even really move, then it can't do its job in helping you attract the things that you want in your life. So our thoughts and our emotions help create the balance within our chakras. Everything that we do for ourselves in love to help ourselves be our better selves nurtures every single chakra, which means the organs that are associated with these areas. And also for myself, the throat and the heart chakra both connect the lungs. I have suffered from, been told that I have had asthma since a childhood incident. So I have been implanted. Those seeds were planted into my life that I had the inability to breathe. Um, and usually it happened social gatherings, high anxiety, um, terrible nightmares. I mean, laughing used to give me an asthma attack. And that was also a weak area for myself. And it's something that has been clearing and clearing. So I have, everything has been imbalanced for myself. And I'm certain for you because we all live an unnatural and unhealthy life. The solar plexus is where will and power is, your free will and your power. If you don't have the ability to make proper choices, and I never could do that, even with just making a choice about what to eat, used to be something that I was afraid to even voice about. And how silly is that? And your sacral chakra. Um, and that's the one that I posted about today because without that, when we are emotionally, physically, sexually abused, and also this also can be anybody who's experienced divorce in the family, that is still an emotional abuse, a very tragic trauma, and it does affect this area. It's your sensuality, your great emotions of feeling, sexy, powerful, and without that sense, you aren't powerful. There's no self-worth. There's no value for who you are because it's been abused. And then the root chakra is your state safety and stability, and this one is at the base of your tailbone area. So it's important, and I like to listen to calming music, and that is something that I implemented months after my journey. I didn't really believe in any of this, and the only reason why I ended up searching is because things began to happen, and I sought answers. I kept feeling things that I ordinarily hadn't felt before, and I didn't know where to go, didn't know who to turn to, and so I just looked. You know, you have to seek answers for your own life and take it in for yourself to find the truth. Don't seek it from the world. The world is going to try and move you away from what could be good because of their own fear. And it took me some time to really believe in these these forces, the vortexes, the energy, the chakras, and things like that. But when you really open up to it, because it makes sense, like when you have digestion issues, it's going to be in your solar plexus and you're related to your middle chakras. There's imbalance there. And if you have, other diseases going on, like for myself, my asthma, like I said, there's an imbalance. Insecurities, there's an imbalance, and there's something that's taking place inside because everything comes from inside of us. And just believe in it. And when you believe in it, you can change it on your own. And this is something, again, that's spoken in the Bible about that you can move your mountains. You can heal yourself by what you believe. And that's the point of believing. It is not believing that there is ever a limit. If you believe that there is just no limit to anything, you are unstoppable. You are powerful and you can change anything. That's the point. Don't set limits to yourself. Learn, seek, and understand, and then implement it into your life. Because if you're just absorbing things and not implementing it, if you're believing in things and not implementing it, you're just like a little hamster that's running on a wheel for no purpose. What's the purpose of reading and absorbing if you're not going to do it in your life? You're just going to continue the karmic cycle that you don't want. So believe in it. do your own homework. Do whatever you want to do about it, but that's what I'm here for as well. Um, Knowledge is power. And if you don't have that knowledge, you have to ask for it. So that's just something I wanted to share. And also, um, once you open up fully to complete understanding and heal your body and remove and let go of things, you'll actually feel these chakras moving, and it becomes a little bothersome too, because you feel it, and it sometimes keeps you awake because the energy is actually moving. Um, but it's also a very soothing and comforting um, sensation too, because it's doing its job. It's doing its job, and something great is taking place. It's renewing you. It's changing you. When it finally begins to function, it changes and heals everything that's associated with you. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.